I pretend I'm in control, just like the seasons. You're taking the time from me, but no, I don't. What's up, my lock loves? Welcome back to my channel. And if you are new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can be a part of the lock love crew, period. Y'all, I'm super excited because y'all have been showing out for your girl. I done officially become monetized on YouTube. Y'all, I done got my 1,000 subbies and I done met all my requirements to get monetized, and I owe it all to you all, my crew, my lock love crew. Y'all rocks with me and I rocks with you. Hey. So I just wanted to first say thank you so much for supporting me in this channel. And y'all, there's so much great content coming. And speaking of great content, this video here is a game changer for the lock community. I'm going to show you how to make micro lock extensions. Now, you might say, girl, you already got 2 or 3 videos on doing this, but I showed you how to do the crochet method. I showed you how to do the wrap method, but I'm about to show you the game changing method, and I'm going to be using the interlocking method. So the reason why I'm so excited about this method is because, one, it's way easier on my hands. So I know it's gonna be way easier on your hands. The crochet method, those kill your fingers, but this interlocking method is so easy on your hands. It's still time consuming like all lock extensions, but you can do this longer and it's not gonna hurt your fingers. So that is a bonus. And also, a lot of micro locks are started with the interlock method, like your natural hair, like mine. And so when you have extensions that are started with the same interlock method, then the blend is so much better. It's so much easier to disguise it as your own instead of as extensions. So girl, I'm just so excited. Like, I know if you are a stylist, you about to be making bank with this. And if you are a DIYer, this is the video that you've been waiting on to do your own micro lock extensions. So I'm done talking. I just want to tell y'all, thank y'all again for supporting me. Now let's go ahead and make this money. Please give me my flowers by commenting and liking and sharing and subscribing and all that, because this is a game changer video. So give me my flowers. Now let's go ahead and get into this tutorial. All right, y'all got me out in this hot car because this is the best lighting to show y'all this. So, you know, we're going to turn those bundles into these extensions here. Don't they look realistic though? Like, you can't tell me these don't look good. Camera don't want to focus that good, but don't worry, I got some more video towards the end. All right, so what you're gonna need is this little interlocking needle. You can get this from Amazon. You can get like 3 of them for like $8. And you're just gonna need a small piece of Afro kinky bulk hair. I recommend using this kinkier version instead of the straighter kinky version. If you watch my affordable kinky Afro kinky bulk hair video, you can get the link to where I buy this hair. And what I'm doing is just straightening and fluffing the hair out, because when it comes in that little bundle, it's a lot of short pieces and it's also just bunched up. So straightening it will make it one length. And I'm just going to tie the ends and push it through the needle ending there. So tying the hair just makes it easier to slide it on through. All right, so once you have the hair in the needle, easiest thing ever, all you're going to do is just go ahead and find the middle points of the bundle and just thread the hair through. That's all you're going to do this entire time, is just keep on threading the hair through. Now, you want to thread the hair through the middle of the bundle so that you can have a even knot inside of the lock. So you're going to see multiple times. I'm going to show you that I'm putting the hair directly through the middle. Yeah, you'll see that soon. And every time it slides out, I just put it back in. But once I have a few threaded in, I just go ahead and wrap the ends of the hair through the needle so it can stop sliding out. But I like to do a few passes before I do that and then wrap the hair around. But see, I'm just making sure there's enough hair on all sides of the needle, because that lets me know that I'm threading through the middle. And you can see the lock is already forming here. I already got its shape. Now, I want this to be tighter. So I'm just going to go back through that same area and thread it again in the middle. And this is just going to make a tighter lock. In my opinion, lock extensions need to be tight because it's going to, you know, they're supposed to be permanent and they're going to go through the motions of real hair. So making the lock extension tight at the beginning will make sure that it can stay a nice formed lock extension throughout the entire life of your lock extension. So you see, I'm just putting in the middle. That is key, y'all. All I'm doing, and here's a little hole right here. This happens with natural locks too. So what you're going to do is just put your needle through the top and bottom of that hole. And sorry, it's kind of hard to see, but just put it through the middle of that hole. Well, the top and bottom of that hole, and it's going to close it up. So once you start doing this on your own, it's going to be super easy to understand what I'm talking about. But hopefully visually you can see that the goal is to have it in the middle. Got here on this side. You see that hole right there? That is what we're closing up. And when it gets harder and harder to pull, that is good, because that just means that the hair is getting tight. And so once it's too hard to pull through, you know, you just keep moving up, keep moving forward to the next spot instead of trying to tighten that same spot over and over. I'm trying to get y'all these angles, honey. Trying my best. I think that was another hole that I have to close up. Super easy to do. You do the same thing with your natural locks. A lot of my micro locks have holes in it that I'm going to fix sooner or later. But the method is the same. You just put it through the top and bottom of that hole and close it on in. All right, so you see how the lock is forming? Super, super easy to do this. Just keep going. It takes a minute, but it's very, very easy to do. So the bundles I have is an 8 inches, and this is what 8 inches will get you. But you might be like, girl, I'm getting extensions for a reason. I want my hair to be a little bit longer. So I'm going to show you how to turn this little short piece into this longer piece here. And you can continue to make it down to the floor if you want to using this same method. But Don't worry, girl. I'm gonna show you how to get some length in there. What you're gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and thread my needle back in and wrap the hair back through the needle so it won't slip out anymore. Now I'm going to take another small piece of the bundle and I'm going to stretch it out like before so it can be one even length. And I'm trying to choose the same density as the previous piece so that it blends pretty well. And all you do is just lay it on top of each other, like you're connecting the two pieces together. And now it looks like it's one piece, right? So now you're just gonna go ahead and continue. Go ahead and put that needle right on through the middle of both of those pieces, and it's gonna start forming that same knot. Now, adding length gets a little tricky because, you know, it's just trying to blend it together gets a little tricky. But if you just keep putting the knots in, it all will flow together pretty well. Right on through the middle of both those pieces and keep it going. And so at this point, I like to go ahead and just create the shape of the lock, and then I worry about the tightness afterwards when it comes to adding new pieces, because I just want to make sure that both pieces are connected together, and then I'll worry about, you know, the tightness of the lock. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just picking random spots, putting it through the middle, pulling it, and it's going to create a lock. All right, so now we're gonna worry about that fluffiness, and we're gonna go through that entire section again, and we're gonna go ahead and create the actual extension. I'm just right here, I'm just trying to make sure the length is correct. Now that the length is correct, we're gonna go ahead and tighten up that little section right there. Go through that same spot again. This part right here is super important to make sure you get right, because this is the connection part, and you want to make sure that they won't fall apart. So I'm going through this section over and over and over just to make sure it's strong enough to hold each other together. But think of it as you're just weaving two pieces together. You want to just keep weaving that piece over and over. Now, if I feel like any pieces of the lock is a little weak, I'll grab a really small piece of the bundle and just add it on to whichever weak spot I feel. And it's the same thing as before. You just put it on top and you keep on weaving on through the middle of it to connect it to the original lock. So this might be you have to try it to understand it kind of thing, but once you actually try it, it is so simple. And if you know how to interlock hair naturally, like you already got experience with interlocking, this is a piece of cake for you. I'm trying to work with me with these angles, y'all. I am in the car, and it's a lot harder to do things for demonstration purposes. So I'm trying to give y'all these close-ups and these angles. So work with me. But if you have any questions, drop down in the comments what your questions are, and I promise you I will answer them to the best of my ability. Or if it's a show and tell kind of question, then I can make a separate video addressing whatever questions that is needed. I think y'all get the gist of me weaving it. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed this video up, and I'll be back when we're closer towards the end. All right, we're getting towards the ends, and I'm going to make the knot as close to the, I guess you want to call it the beginning of the lock, because the part that I'm going down towards is the part that you will attach to your hair. And so I'm going to go as close to that section, but still leave out enough hair to use for attachment. And if y'all would like an attachment video, let me know. But you can either braid this part into your hair. You can do this method, just like attaching the length. You can attach it to your hair, or you can crochet this part into your hair. So it's a few ways you can do it. But if you want an attachment video, definitely let me know. And yeah, we're pretty much done here. Here's how much hair I'm going to leave out for the attachment. And this is what the lock is looking like, honey. You can't tell me that don't look like a micro lock, okay? And the ends, you can cut it, or you can leave it kinky curly. I personally like kinky curly extensions. But if you want to cut it, just cut it right before the lock is started. And so that's what we're looking like, y'all. Here's another close-up of the actual extensions. I'm trying to give y'all a good texture shot with this natural lighting, but drop down in the comments what you think about this method and what you think about these locks, and I will see y'all down in the comments section. One last thing, I just wanted to note that the hair is extremely light, extremely flexible. Soon after you install them, you'll be able to throw them up and style it and everything. It's stiff wear. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching.